What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to some CMT Sports. Today I'm doing a short tutorial video for you on how to chip and how to improve your chipping. Basically how to improve your splash, your pitch, your chip, all those things that you need around the green. So I'm going to be keeping things short today, getting it around the green, trying not to get it on the green actually, to help show what I do that helps improve my chipping game. So let's see if I could actually keep it to the right over here, off the edge. Hit the tree or something. Alright, so we're a little bit far from the green, more than I would like, but let's see if we can get that first chip in there. Not chip anymore, but pitch here. If we splash it, let's see, a lob wedge. Let's see what I can do here. So I'm actually gonna splash the gap wedge and have it be lofted, so that way it spins back right about there, because we only have 76% power to 83, so it might not even get it to the pin. So I'm gonna do about there. I know I'm probably gonna go fast, so that's why I'm playing it safer, closer to the pin. It's not really moving right to left very much, so I will center it a little bit more. But yeah, I think about right there. Let's see what we end up with here. So there you go. That's a prime example on just taking your time and making sure you look on where your lie is a little bit, where the slope is moving on the green, to kind of help judge your perspective on how to get that shot close to the pin. All right, another prime example here. We're just on the fringe of the rough, so we do not really want to putt here. We really want to be able to chip it on nicely and see if we can get that shot in there as close to the pin as possible. So I will go a little bit further, maybe about so, and actually de-loft. Because again, we only have 70 to 81% power, so we really want to get there closer to the pin. And as the slope is going to the left, we want to aim a little bit to the right of the pin. So I'm thinking about here. We are de-lofted quite a bit, so I think that should be fine. Let's see how it goes. All right, that could have been a bit better. I didn't get enough on it, but that's still better than, you know, shanking it in the grass and not getting it out of the rough or something like that, or going too far. So I really try to be as precise with it as I can to help me get as close to the pin as possible. All right, so I put myself in another situation. This time the green is very strong to your left, so I will try to club up one and chip it on here. Again, we are only at 67% to 84% from the heavy rough, so I'm gonna go even more. I'm gonna say about right there, and I will de-loft a little bit. This is one of the hardest chips I think I've seen in a while, so because I am on a bad lie and we have a very tough green. So let's see how close we can actually get to the pin on this one. Again, this isn't 100% plan. It's just kind of what helps me. And I maybe should have de-lofted it a little bit, but I was fairly close. I almost put that in the hole. Let's see if we can get it in there. Of course, I didn't say my putting was great. I'll take a bogey, I guess. All right, let's see if we can get it on the edge of this green as well. A little fast. All right, we actually ended up with a nice shot here, so we will not be able to chip.
Good up birdie here. Looking pretty good.
Yeah, at least we've saved our score. Got it in for birdie.
Great contact. Nice swing.
So if you are on the fringe of the green, how it's showing you right now, I would recommend to putt. I would not chip from here since it won't affect your putt as much. This is still a tough shot, but I think about there should work. Let's see where we get. And we just missed it, but it's all right. Still better than chipping from that location. You're more likely to putt it in there from that than chip it in there from that. All right, so we're going for eagle here on this par 5. I try to get it in the sand so we can kind of do a sand shot, see how we can play it from here. We are 80 to 89% power with this shot. It can probably club up, but that will be tough. All right, so I think I will flop it on instead of splashing it on, because that way I can have more area, surface area around the hole. It is only 89 to 90%, basically 90% power, so I will keep it about there, and I won't change the loft. Let's see what we end up doing. I could have put the shot a little further and lofted up a little bit so it spins back, or actually could have left it a little bit. I could have de-lofted a little bit so it rolled a little bit more on me, but still a fairly decent spot for the birdie. All right, so here it's telling us to pitch a lob wedge, which I think is a fairly good shot. I think if I de-loft a lot, we might get the friendly roll. If you want, you can always club up and pitch over here. There is a lot of wind in play, so I think that's a better option. Again, de-lofting here so we get that spin back would be very, very nice. The wind isn't going to play as much of an effect because we are fairly close, but it will a little bit, so I think about right there should do. We de-lofted quite a bit, so let's see where we end up. It was a little slow, fairly decent. Could have been a little bit better if I went a little bit closer to the pin. Again, it's based off your eye, how you judge the shot, but that's where I thought it would end up. But we're still in a decent spot to get it in there for the birdie. So we're on this par 3 here, trying to get it close to the pin. Beautiful. I could have went a little further so we had a better chipping chance, but I'll take that birdie. This is a fairly big green, so you're most likely not gonna chip from any of these locations, so I'm gonna try to play it into the sand. Probably still end up on the fringe of the green. Alright, so we're a beautiful sand shot here opportunity. Let's see how we end up doing here. So we're only at 70%, 74 to 82% power, so we'll go about here, and we'll actually de-loft a little bit, and let's see where we end up here. A little bit further than I would like. I could have maybe de-lofted or lofted up instead of de-lofted, but again, it's very hard to read because of the power output coming from the sand. Let's see if we can put it in there. Still a decent area around the green where the green's fairly easy and you can put it in there. All right, here's another great chip opportunity. Just off the edge. We got the wind coming with us. I'll probably de-loft a little bit, not too much. The wind might affect it a bit, but the slope is going towards the right. So again, this is another tough shot. It's very hard to judge. I'm thinking about right there. I tend to go fast, so let's see where we end up. And of course, I'm gonna go fast there and fairly perfect. I'm trying to get it in there for birdie. Could have been closer. Again, I did think I was gonna go fast, and I overdid the putt, but it goes in. It's alrighty. All right, right there's good. Smack it. It's alright. We want to go a little too far. All right. Again, we're gonna putt from here. We're not gonna chip. But that's what I would do regularly. But just for the heck of it, just to practice our chipping, I'm gonna practice it again. So de-loft about there. I think right there should be good. And we just missed the chip, which was fairly close. I'll put it in there. We'll go long. We'll go 5-iron. We went fairly slow, and we end up in the water. God damn it. That's all right. We'll put it here, I guess. Now we're across from the water in the deep rough. We'll probably end up going with the lob wedge. Again, a little bit longer, about there, and we will de-loft, actually. Not too much, about there. I think right there's the perfect shot. Let's see how we do. A little short. I went a little slow, but for the bogues, let's see if we can tap it in.
It's getting there.
Nice. All right. We're going to set up one more sand shot, see if we can get close, splash it on there. So again, the wind is going towards us. We're only 77 to 82% power, or 85% power. I think if I hit it fast, which I'm planning on doing, I won't have to de-loft or loft. Maybe I'll de-loft a little bit. So let's see how the shot will end up. All right, not too bad. I could have de-lofted a bit more. Again, it's so hard to judge on how fast the shot's going to come out of there, but that's fairly decent. Let's put her in there, and that's another bird.
This one might be going long.
All right, perfect. So we're just on the fringe of the green again. That's where I want to be, so show you the chips. So this time I'm going to club up one and chip about right there. Let's see, where's that green going? So it's mainly going this way, so I actually will go there, and I'll de-loft quite a bit and see how a friendly roll we might get to the green. Fairly close. I could have de-lofted a bit more, get a little bit closer, but that's fairly decent. Chipper in there for the bird, or par, or whatever that was. Alright, so I didn't get any more chipping opportunities because I ended up on the green even though I was trying not to. That was for bird. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something from some of these chips that I had. Kind of like what to do in certain situations, like on the edge of the green. When you're just a little bit out, when you're trying to pitch. You really want to put in the time and effort to make sure you're doing the exact thing you want to do to have that perfect shot. Again, watching the wind, making sure your lie is good, watching the percentage your club power is showing. You know, if you're in the low 60s of club power, if you're in like mid 80s, that's kind of the things that help me differ on what club to use and what technique I should use to help me get as close to the pin as possible. So if you guys enjoy the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.